Hey everyone, welcome to Talking Habs. This video is my review for last night's game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Carolina Hurricanes. So I'm Rick, and if you're new to my channel and you're looking for daily Habs content, then you're in the right place. So subscribe and ring the notifications bell, and you'll get all of my videos, live streams, contests. I'm running a hockey pool contest right now, and all that good stuff, and it's all dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. So the Habs were in Carolina to kick off the season last night, home of the Hurricanes, the team where the controversy, we had that controversy with Sebastian Aho offer sheet and all that good stuff. So yeah, it was an exciting game. The result wasn't really what we want, but it was just first game of the season, and we did come out with a point still. It ended up 4-3 in the shootout, and I'm going to tell you about it right now. So the game opened, and it was a little chippy in the beginning. Hard hitting, Galley and Sherrod. Galley took a hard hit along the boards, got up, and went and retaliated a little bit, so it was physical. Sherrod was getting physical. Let's see now. Carolina got a penalty for interference early on, got killed off. And you notice they're two pretty evenly matched teams as far as offense. I guess all-around game. Although in nets we have Carey Price, so that makes a difference. And you can see it in the play, in the chances that are it's close. Everything is close. They're on top of each other. It's really, no one's outplaying anybody. But it's back and forth. Not a lot of offense. It wasn't the most exciting early part of a period. There was a nice chance for Domi and Suzuki in the crease, and then it went right back down. Dzingel gets a bit of a breakaway, puts it off the crossbar and out of play. Drew and KK and Armia get a good chance in front of the net. Maybe Drew and KK are getting some chemistry. That's what I wrote there, and it does. It looked like they were starting to get some chemistry. I really liked the play of Jonathan Drouin last night and KK, two guys that we weren't sure about in the preseason that didn't look like they were having good seasons or going to, and they started off with a really good first game, I thought. At 17-19. Pretty quick off the face-off. Pesce from Carolina, he takes a shot. He's at the half wall. And Walmark is right in front of the net. And he tips it in, even as Kulak has got him boxed out and pushing him out of the way. But he manages to get his stick on the rebound and knocks it past Price. So that's Walmark from Pesce. So that was near the end of the period. 1-0 Carolina. Nothing else really happens. It's a good period overall for both teams. The pace wasn't overly fast, but it was chippy at times. I'm noticing Weber and Mete not looking great. And Sherrod too, not looking as I thought he was getting comfortable in the preseason with Petrie, but he didn't look. He looked out of sorts with the system, maybe. Oh yeah, shots on goal 13-10 for Montreal. Montreal with one power play, no success. Second period, Habs take a penalty off the face-off. It's listed as a face-off violation, so I don't know what the guy did, and I didn't find out. At 2:19, so I didn't write the time that, but 2:19, they're still on the Carolina's on the power play. Nechas in front of the net tips a Dougie Hamilton shot that looked like Price was going to grab with his glove, and he tips it down, and the Price has no chance on that. So it's Nechas, I think that's how you pronounce it, from Hamilton and Teravainen. There's really no chance for Price to stop that. He had that puck, and Nechas tipped it right down. At 3:46, Pesce goes off for interference. Nothing for Montreal on that. I shouldn't say that. I went ahead of myself. So at 4:18, Tatar, who takes a pass from... he intercepts a pass. I think it was... what's his name now? Fogle. I think a Fogle clearing attempt, or it could have been Hamilton. And he intercepts it right near the point, and he just sort of cruises in right in front, right in the slot. He wrists it past Mrazek for a power play goal. So it's Tatar unassisted. It's 2-1 Carolina. 5:22, KK scores his first road goal. Woohoo, KK. Drouin at the half wall passes it over to Lehkonen. And KK gets the rebound at the crease and stick handles the puck. So he's kind of waiting for Mrazek to make a mistake or commit, and he's sort of playing with the puck 2 or 3 times back and forth, and then he just a laser up into the corner. That Mrazek is calling. He calls that it's interference, and there was sort of interference with Lehkonen's stick. Lehkonen's stick is up in Mrazek's face when that happened, but it is because of the defender who is holding Lehkonen's arm. They're in tight, and he's holding his arm, and he can't get his stick away, so it's not interference. Drouin is playing well tonight. That's something I noticed, and you see it in this. I believe the pass he gives from the half wall, he had tried to make a play. He had skated past. He went back to retrieve the puck, and that's something Drouin didn't do before. So he's looking much better, doing things that we're all getting on him for. At 8:28, Shootout takes a holding penalty. It basically was holding the stick, though. He didn't really hold the guy, but he was holding onto his stick. Price makes a great save on Howla at the side of the net. He makes a save. Howla's at the side there, and he reaches back and gets his stick. Can't really see. Gets his stick down, and Howla doesn't lift the puck, and he saves it. It was a really nice save. At 16:38, a beautiful goal. Weber starts this in his own zone. He passes it over to Thompson. Thompson goes along the boards, and I think he gets hit, and he sort of falls to his knee, but gets right back up, and like he hasn't lost a step. Puck's still on his stick. Crosses the line with it. Let me see now. And he finds Byron with a little soft pass. Byron skates to the net and just sidesteps a defender and flicks the puck over to Wheel, who's in the right spot with a partially open net, and just buries it. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Beautiful setup. Just a heads-up play. So that's Wheel from Byron and Thompson. At 16:38, it's 3-2 Montreal. So that's the go-ahead goal at this point. So this was an exciting, entertaining period. Not like the first one. The first one was so-so. Pace was okay, but there wasn't a lot of excitement. This was an exciting second period. And saw Montreal come back to take a 3-2 lead. Drouin looked good in this period. He really did. Lots of energy, using his body. He made a couple of plays where he banged a guy off the puck. And, not typical Drouin play. So he was very involved in the play. So dare we hope it's a good omen for the rest of the season? Let's hope. Shots on goal. 13-13, so it's now 26-23 in shots for Montreal. Montreal's 1-for-1 on the power play, and Carolina's 1-for-2. Third period comes along, and it opens with some good pressure by Carolina. Fleury gets a breakaway, though, on a delayed penalty, and a nice deke, but Mrazek makes the stop. Fleury, who I think was just as surprised as anybody else that he's got the breakaway wide open. He makes a nice move with a little bit of, I believe, a heel drag move, something like that. And but Mrazek was up to the task, and he stops it. At 4:47, Habs take a too many men on the ice penalty, and it is a dumb penalty. The guy, he was so far from getting off the ice. I don't know why somebody else jumped on, but it was a bad penalty. And thank God nothing really comes of the penalty, but right after the penalty ends, and I mean just after the penalty ends, Howla gets a rebound to the right of Price and taps it into the open net. The problem here was Shootout. He was trying to make the save, and he was down on his knees making the save in front of the net. He got in Price's way. Price couldn't get over, and it's a goal. So it's Howla from Hamilton and Dzingel. Habs. Then after that, the Habs were running around at 2 points, like chickens without their heads, running around in their own zone, back and forth, side to side. A lot of it was Weber and Mete. Wasn't good. So I wrote Habs running around in their own zone, finally clear it, and get to give the Canes some pressure. So right after that, they put a little bit of pressure on Carolina, but it doesn't come too much. So the pace has been amazing. It's back and forth, exciting plays, chances up both sides. Really, really good period. So the third is like just as good as the second. I don't have the shots on goal because they go right into the overtime, and I didn't have time to come back to my computer and get that. So I have it the overall, but both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. And it's a 3-3 tie going into overtime. Overtime is 3-on-3, and it is exciting au bout. And that's a saying like to the end. That's French, to the end. What an exciting overtime period. No goals. Doesn't get decided in the overtime. But just numerous chances. I like the 3-on-3. It's very interesting. In the shootout, Carolina goes first. Hamilton is first up. He scores. Next up is Byron. He doesn't score. Howell is up, doesn't score. Drouin's up, doesn't score. Teravainen's up, doesn't score. Suzuki's up, and we're looking for a repeat of the last preseason game where he scored the overtime winner. And no, he kind of looks nervous a bit, and he just doesn't do it. So the Canes win. It's disappointing. It's a good, exciting game. Weber and Mete weren't that good last night. Or was it just Weber? I'm not sure, because I saw some plays where Mete really did okay making up for Weber not being there. And Mete, making up for his mistakes. Sherratt still adjusting to the new system. The defense is going to be a weak spot, it seems. So maybe a move still to make on D. I'm not sure. I have a feeling there might be a move where there's some D. And apparently now Edmonton is looking for a defenseman because of Larson. So I don't know if maybe there's a move there. I don't know what's going to go on. Actually, if we're going to give up more D, I don't know. If I'm wrong, that's probably not a move. It's still early, but it's a concern. It's a concern about Weber because at his age, you don't know. Maybe he's on a downfall. Who knows now, right? Yeah, so that's it. Shots on goal, 36-43 for Carolina. Power plays 1 for 3 each, and the penalty kills 2 for 3 each. My 3 Habs stars of the game. Number 3, third star, Yoel Armia. Armia had a good, solid game, using his strength, good defense. I think Armia had a really good, solid game. Drouin, number 2 star, Jonathan Drouin, who hustled, played some defense a little bit, used his body. I liked what I saw. So if you can keep that up all season, it's going to be great. First star for me was Jordan Wheel. He got a goal and energy all night. I like what this kid brings. This guy, like I said last season, this guy is a diamond in the rough. He was a junior impact player in junior. Put up over 100 points a season. 1 or 2 times. So this guy can play, and he was just wrongly used on the 2 teams he was on. They didn't use him in the right way, where Montreal is doing that now. Even though he was on the 4th line, that 4th line is set up that they can produce some offense. And Wheel is showing what he's capable of no matter where you put him. I really like that, and he deserved the first star. Honorable mentions last night, KK, Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Good, solid game. Looking more and more like an NHLer every game, especially with that added bulk. And he's starting to come into it, getting used to that size difference. And I thought he had a good, solid game after a so-so preseason. And also Cale Fleury. Cale Fleury for his first NHL game in the regular season, I thought had a really decent game. Was very noticeable, all to the good. And that breakaway and everything. So 2 honorable mentions. Scoring, Tatar a goal, KK a goal, Wheel a goal. Drouin, Lehkonen, Byron, and Thompson all with an assist. And that's it. Next game is Saturday in Toronto at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it's against the Leafs, obviously. And I'll do a review and a preview, that's for sure. And hope to see you there. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe and ring the notifications bell, and that's going to get you all my videos, live streams, contests, and all that good stuff for your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. So thanks everybody once again for watching, and go Habs go! Bye y'all.